Yo, what's going on, y'all? Sorry for the wet hair look. I just got out the shower. Um, but let me start this video off with a quick story. Back when I was in high school, um, I used to get so overwhelmed all the time because I couldn't figure out I was so like hung up on like figuring out like what my purpose was, or like figuring out like um I guess just kind of like what my next step was. And I was just always in my own head. I was always overwhelmed, and I just had a lot of thoughts. Um, and I had a girlfriend at the time who encouraged me to start journaling. And so I'm like, I don't know, like I've never even considered it, never even thought about journaling. She's like, well, just pick it up and like just try to write something every day. Just try to write a little bit. It don't matter. It don't have to be crazy thought provoking. It don't have to be, you know, extraordinary. So that's exactly what I did. She bought me a journal. Um, and obviously I'm no longer with her now, but this habit, you know what I'm saying, is something that I still do to this day. It's so crazy, and it has completely changed me because what started off as just like kind of a hobby has turned into like my entire outlet for, anytime I think of something that I just feel like I can't say to anybody else, or not even that, but just like day-to-day things that I'm going with, like that's going on in my life. Bro, if you write about it and you reflect on it, it gives you so much like poise and so much clarity. It's almost as if you understand like why that certain event happened, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if y'all saw my last video, but my last video was about being rejected. And I shared a story about how I had got rejected by a girl who I had been kind of eyeing up for the past few months. And when it initially happened, I immediately went to my journal. You know what I'm saying? I got rejected. I went to my journal, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened. I'm so embarrassed. Like, oh, I was, I would, I would show y'all the journal entry, but it's just like kind of embarrassing. Like, I was just so in my own head, and I was like, man, I can't believe that just happened. Like, fuck that. I'm never talking to girls again. Fuck that. And literally a day later, like just journaling about it, just reflecting about it, I want to show y'all the entry, but like I was so hung up on it when it happened. But the very next day, um, like the day that it happened, why me? Uh, it couldn't have gone right for me just this once. I can't look at myself without cringing. Those are just a few examples. And then the next day, I genuinely think yesterday's series of events will haunt me forever. Oh wait, no, that's the following day. Okay, so it took me like a few days, but then like give it a few days to process. And I said, it's hard to believe how much progress you can make in the span of a few days. I've moved on completely from that situation. I'm not embarrassed anymore, and my confidence and happiness are back to normal. Rejection is naturally occurring part of life that everyone experiences in some way. I initially reacted the way I did because I haven't been rejected like that before, but everything is okay. And if anything, this will motivate me to approach women more often. Like, that's just an example, bro. I literally would not have been able to come to that latter conclusion if I hadn't written my thoughts out. You know what I'm saying? And there's a bunch of like peer-reviewed studies as to like what exactly it is about the act of journaling that is so like, I guess, just beneficial for your cognition. Like, I could tell you from experience that it's helped me so much over the past 5 years or so. But I mean, bro, do the research yourself. Like, there is, go to Google Scholar. There's peer-reviewed studies out there why journaling reflect, or why journaling will, like, most more often than not, positively affect your mental health. And I wrote an article about it yesterday for one of my classes because I was tasked with writing an article and providing like 10 links throughout the article. It was just like a mock-up article for my class, right? And I actually chose this subject for the topic of my assignment because I was like, there are so many studies out there that indicate why journaling can help you. And there was this one in particular where I think over 100 students were they were asked to journal for 15 minutes for a week about the hardest thing that had happened in their life. And more than 80% of them, at the very end of the survey, said that journaling and writing about the hardest event in their life helped them gain clarity about it, and it helped them move on from the situation. And I can attest to this, you know what I'm saying? Like, going back to my previous relationship in high school that got me into journaling. I'm not going to share a whole lot about it, but when me and her were said and done, I was still writing. And matter of fact, I was writing even more because like that was kind of something that she had left me with. And, you know, once we were apart, it was really hard for me to separate her from just my thoughts. Like I couldn't move on from it at first, but the more that I wrote about it and the more that I reflected on like what her purpose was for me, like not to sound selfish or anything, but just like why, like what sort of things could I take from our time together type of thing. Like it was night and day. It was night and day, bro. Like I moved on so easily because of the journal. So what I would suggest to you, man, like literally go to Walgreens or go to CVS or whatever the nearest like store. I don't know. It don't matter. Go to one of those stores, man, and literally just pick up like a notebook, bro. It don't have to be like a leatherback notebook like this, even though it looks kind of badass. And it's got my name engraved on it. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's a gift from my parents. Anyways, go to those stores, one of them, and just cop like a notebook. And every day, or at least try, make an effort every single day to write about either, you know, something that you went through that specific day, or like I said, go back and reflect on some of the harder things that have happened in your life. Try to understand what meaning you can derive from them. It's going to help you. It's going to give you so much clarity. Like, do you see the smile on my face right now? I'm always smiling nowadays, and it really used to not be this way. Like I used to just be stuck in my own ways and just, I don't know, I just always was fed up. And somebody even told me the other day, like, bro, you're always smiling. Like you always got a smile on your face. And that is like, I'm telling y'all right now, that is, I'm freezing up, but like, it's because of the journal. It's not anything that I have just like, it's not a revelation that I've created and I'm just like, oh, now I'm happy now. Like I couldn't have done it without having something to like vent my thoughts into. Anyways, hope y'all have a good rest of the day, man. Yeah, cop a journal, bro. Please, I'm telling you, it's going to work wonders. Y'all stay safe.